loves, and welcome back to my channel. We are now in the middle of the holiday season with all of the events that come with that, and also more particularly for my channel, dressing for those events. And if you're anything like me, you really want to spend all of your money on a new beautiful dress for every single occasion. However, you prefer spending your budget on everyday wardrobe staples that you can wear year round, not just for a few special occasions. So today we're doing a little bit of outfit planning, putting together some holiday outfits using mostly what's already in my wardrobe. I have a couple new pieces here and there, and I'll show you how I get the most out of them by styling them in a few different ways as well. You definitely don't need to write anything off just because you've worn it a few times already. We're going to start with the most sort of party out there sparkly look that I have, and that is this midi length sequin dress. This is my sort of proper party look, especially good for like New Year's or anywhere that feels like you really want your outfit to scream festive. This is a really good one. And if you do have sequins in your wardrobe, I definitely feel like now is the time to pull them out and let them shine, no pun intended. And I think it's a really easy look because you can keep everything else really minimal. I have gone for slightly more fun heels for this look, and I wear these a lot for my holiday outfits. But this time of year, I feel like those kind of like bow heels, they have been popular for a while. So many stores do them, and I think it's a really easy way of just adding extra festiveness into the outfit. But I went with a really simple black clutch, which I think it works really well with this dress. And then I also have a black blazer because it can be a little bit chilly, obviously, so it's nice to have a layering piece. And also if you just want to tone down the dress a little bit, a blazer is a really good way to just do that essentially. And this particular dress I have actually made myself, but I feel like this works for pretty much any sequin dress. Now, I have a couple of sequin looks in this video because if I can't wear them now, when? However, they can also be a little bit much, a little bit too out there. So currently my absolute favorite combination and outfit formula is velvet with silk. Like, it doesn't have the instant sparkle payoff that sequins do, but I feel like this is a touch more elevated. So I have this velvet top that I've shown in my most recent COS haul. Absolutely love this thing. And I paired it with a new pair of trousers. These are from Reformation. I got them in their Black Friday sale, and these are just stunning. So I will hem these before I wear them out. I absolutely love the puddle look that they give in these outfits. However, it's probably a touch too impractical for me, so I'm just going to give them a little bit of a hem. But I absolutely love that these are really quite relaxed, obviously both in the elasticated waistband, but also in the leg. They're really wide, and the way they just fall and drape, just beautiful, and they still feel really kind of polished and pulled together. I think they are so good now for the holidays, and I intend to wear them for as much as I can essentially. And because this outfit feels a little bit more fashiony, if I can say that, I wanted the accessories to have a cool silhouette, but not necessarily be too sparkly or out there. So I've gone for the same bow heels, which I think works so well with these wide leg trousers. I think it reads a little bit quirky, but really fun and festive at the same time. These are in a metallic shade as well. And then I paired it with my Songmont Luna handbag. Absolutely love this handbag, and I think it is so good because the silhouette of it makes it so festive and fun and kind of a little bit more cool. So I think it adds a little bit more edge into the outfit. Now, when I bought this top, if you saw that video, you might remember, I also bought the, can we call them matching trousers? These are also in satin. So this is sort of like the same outfit, but in a monochromatic version. So I know I showed it in that haul, but I wanted to show you kind of a little bit more styled as well. So I paired these two together. Again, I think the same texture notes apply, but I do really love a monochromatic outfit, so I really can't decide, but I'm planning on wearing both of these outfits, so it's fine. And again, I am wearing the bow heels. I will wear them a lot throughout this video, as I've already said. I just think it is such a cool contrast between the really structured silhouette of the shoe with a really stiff, large, oversized bow. I think these look so good together, and I paired it with this little clutch which has that gold chain and just a little plexiglass. I think it is really fun, and it's adding something a little bit different. Again, these outfits are all about creating luxurious texture contrasts, I think, and I think it works particularly well in a monochromatic outfit. So I think it just depends on whether you want something a little bit more fresh and clean with the cream trousers, or something that feels a little bit more moody and kind of like December-y, can we say that? It definitely feels like this chocolate moment is definitely great for now that it's getting a little bit darker. It just fits the mood. So I think this is great if you're not into like light trousers or you want something that hides wine spills. The next hero piece that I have here is this absolutely beautiful one shoulder, like it's asymmetric bow top. This is absolutely stunning. I got this very recently from H&M and I think it is like if you want a beautiful party top, one top that you can wear lots of different ways, this is a really, really good option. I could have styled this with so many of the different things that I have here today, but I just wanted to show you two options with a pair of trousers because I definitely feel like a slightly more dressy pair of trousers and a really dressy top is a really, really easy, great outfit formula for the holidays, especially if you don't want to rely on sequins for festiveness. So for the first version, I wanted to pair it with satin on satin. It's a really great way of putting together holiday outfits. I do rely on silk and satin a lot in this video, and I think these two pieces together just give you that really sort of like soft, low-key, understated luxury type of look. And it's kind of the reverse of the velvet top with the light trouser. Here you have a statement light top with the darker trousers. And I paired it with a simple heel and a pearl bag because I just wanted to kind of push this outfit into something that felt even more feminine. I think this is a really great and super easy combination. Honestly, this top right here, I feel like you could almost wear it with jeans and it would still be a holiday outfit. Like, it has so much power. Absolutely love the bow here as well. It is so exaggerated and just beautiful without being too girly, too like childish, which I feel like sometimes bow outfits can move in that direction. This feels still really elegant and dressed up, so absolutely love it. For the other version with this top, I didn't go with a pair of jeans, although now I'm thinking that could have been fun to try. As I said, there's so much versatility to dressing for the holidays, but I wanted something that wasn't quite as dressy, not something satin. So I went with a pair of tailored trousers. These dark green tailored trousers are absolutely beautiful, a stunning new piece that I love so much, and they still feel really elegant, really pulled together. I really love that they have a wider leg to kind of balance the peplum-y shape of this top. That isn't my favorite kind of like silhouette. I know it's back on trend, but I definitely feel like, I don't know, to me it still feels dated. I haven't quite accepted that it's back yet, but I really feel like it works with this top, and it really works with a pair of tailored trousers that have this wide of a leg. I definitely think that is a silhouette that quite works. And obviously I love the dark green for a subtle nod to the holidays. And I paired it with a green handbag as well to kind of make that colour feel even a little bit more intentional. But my main thing is that I think this top as well would have worked really well with these grey tailored trousers if you wanted something completely monochromatic, even a little bit softer, not as contrasty. So there are so many ways of wearing this top, but I just wanted to do a couple different options. As with all of these, let me know which options you prefer, but I feel like it just gives more versatility to a piece and more ways and just more times that you can wear a piece, which is definitely what we want here on this channel. We are back to the sequins, and I have this little mini skirt that I bought from H&M a few years ago. I feel like every year stores do this kind of thing, and I absolutely love pairing it with a chunky, oversized knitwear piece. If you want to be really, really comfortable and cozy with just that hint of like, I know it's a holiday party, I feel like this is such a good outfit. And I paired it with some red heels, again for a little bit of festive spirit, and these also have a bow on them. I do have quite a few heels with bows on, I'm realizing. Absolutely love it. It's just really fun without being too much. I think it's a great place to just inject a little bit of personality through the footwear. If you do have a sequin skirt and you haven't already tried this, put it together with your absolute chunkiest knitwear jumper and see what it looks like. It's a really fun contrast between the very sparkly sequin and the really cozy knit. I definitely think it works, and I have repeated this kind of outfit formula many times. So let me show you one more version of doing it. Because if we go back to the gold sequin dress from the first outfit, if you have a sequin dress and you pop a similarly chunky jumper over. I think this really works. It obviously just reads as if you have a sequin skirt. So I just wanted to kind of show this as well, as it's something I'm considering wearing, and I think this works with like a mini hemline and also a longer one. And definitely if you feel like the full sequin dress is a bit much, just layering a jumper over works like so incredibly well, because on its own, just with a clutch and heels, this dress is obviously quite a lot. So if that feels a little bit too much, or you're going to something that is a little bit more low key, just throwing a knit jumper over works particularly well if you don't want to be overdressed, because you have both, you have comfort and you have sparkle, and it just works. And as with the previous mini skirt, I feel like this kind of formula works with so many, if not all, sequin dresses. It's something I have repeated a lot, and you get way more wear out of just one piece that can be a little bit limited in how often you can wear it. For the last two outfits, they are sort of variations of themselves, and we are back to the silk, but this time I want to layer silk on silk and keep it like a completely like very luxurious, very sort of soft drapey, and like, how do I describe this? Like, the texture just feels really sort of like feminine holiday party energy in a way. So we are back to the silk trousers that I bought from Reformation, and now I'm kind of regretting not buying the shirt as well. I do have an older silk shirt from Marquette, and I do really love this. But I have to say, this is a step up in terms of how soft and how drapey the silk is. It just is so, so beautiful. This one is also worn for quite a few years now, so it does, like, it has seen better days, I suppose, but I'm not getting rid of it yet. It's still a piece I wear a lot. Pairing both of these together, I think, is such a fun outfit, and yes, I see it. It can very quickly lean into pajama chic in a way. Like, it definitely can look like a pajamas. So I think the accessories are key to making this actually work as a holiday outfit. And I did try a couple different bags, but I landed on my YSL clutch. I felt like that was the right move, because the clutch really needs to say party, and not, it can't be any random bag. I feel like the accessories are really key to this outfit in making it, just placing it where it belongs in a holiday kind of like setting. And I feel like this can work for lots of different settings where you can be a little bit more on the comfortable side. Adding a red lip here as well will do so much for this outfit. Just makeup and hair is never to be underrated when it comes to finishing off an outfit. I know it's something that I can easily forget, especially when I try on outfits. I like to do it with my face and my hair done, because the outfit is just going to read differently, especially when they're kind of on the edge like this, like kind of like a pajama set. But silk on silk obviously doesn't have to look like a pair of pajamas, so I wanted to also show a black version, and this is with just a different top. So this top is obviously way more festive and not as pajama-like, so the whole outfit is very, very different. But I quite like this as my sort of minimalist party uniform. It's just all black, which I think is really beautiful, really easy in the way that you can just accessorize it, and the silk texture does all of the work in making it not boring and too plain. It's really simple and chic, and I feel like this works for almost any setting. You can add a statement earring, a red lip, or a colourful shoe if you want a little bit more personality. And I definitely feel like if you never know what to wear, an all black outfit in a dressier fabric like this is just such a stylish fail-safe, I feel like. And I just kept the accessories fairly simple, although I still wanted them to have impact. So this really small handbag, I really love the slightly more different shape of it, and it's a little bit more structured, which I think really helps with these really soft fabrics. A really simple pointed toe shoe and some simple gold jewellery with a pair of statement earrings. And there are so many ways of doing this. You could add a belt, you could add layer on tons of different jewellery, you could have a colourful bag, a colourful shoe. There are definitely ways of dressing this up or down. And I also wanted to show it with a nice wool coat, just to show that beautiful contrast of texture and how elevated the whole outfit looks once it's sort of like layered on as well, because I tend to layer outerwear on most of these outfits, although I didn't want to do like show it for all of them. I didn't want this video to be too long. I do like to have some really nice outerwear as well, because if you're not staying at home the whole night, then you are probably going to need it. So those are some of the outfits that I am planning on wearing this holiday season. As you can see, some of them are quite similar, some of them are just slight variations of each other. I stick to a few key outfit uniforms and I find that it gets so much easier to get dressed that way. And as you can tell, I've really built these around a few key sort of hero items that I pair with other very simple pieces. Sometimes I pair them together and it just works, and you get so many outfits from not that many pieces really. So hopefully this was helpful. Let me know which outfits you preferred, and if you have already planned your outfits for the holiday, do you kind of like to do it up front as well, or do you just go with the inspiration in the moment? As always, if you're not yet subscribed and you like to see videos like this, then please consider doing so. There will be lots more videos coming and it really helps me out. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day and I'll see you very shortly in the next video. Bye!